Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, my eyes are really ultra sensitive today. What's the time? Oh, it's 11:51, so we're still in the morning. Okay, when I've been out and about sharing my light, it's been a good morning. And that wind, well, it really did make my eyes stream. And they're just sensitive, so I'm going to try and stay out of the sun for this board meeting. Happy Tuesday, happy board meeting day. Okay, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot today. See what's this sun doing. It's the universe. It's the universe. I'm not going to say that the energy is great out there. I've kind of had, I'm going to say 2 negative energies I've come across and kind of transmuted that energy into some light this morning. And then I've had one really good energy, especially when it was, when I actually saw this person and to speak to, and my eyes were streaming. And I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm crying. I turned up crying. And I said, it's the wind. And he said, oh, I thought it was because you were pleased, happy to see me. And I said, well, it's been a while since I've really been close to someone. Anyway, as I was kind of walking back, I bumped into someone else who was walking their dogs, and they were actually like masked up, and I inquired how he was. He's kind of a local, so people's faces. So I was having a little chat with him. I don't know his name though. And he was kind of like, what do you think to what Boris said yesterday? And I was kind of, you can imagine, it's like, well, I don't really know what Boris said and it doesn't really affect me. And he's like, how come it doesn't affect you? And I said, well, I have everyone that I need in my home. So there are no friends or family. There is no one that I'm waiting to like connect with. And all he turned around and said was, what, you mean you don't have a support network? You have no one that's supporting you? And I thought that was a little bit, it was like, no, not really, but that's fine. I'm like free to do as I want. I'm okay supporting myself. So anyway, good morning. 11:53. What's with the eyes? They look a little bit bloodshot as well. So I don't know if someone has been crying or whether it's a sensitivity to the light. Because it just feels to me that it's like impossible to be miserable and sad around me. So but I did like how that man said to me, I thought it was because you were happy to see me. I thought, that's nice. That's nice. Right, what's going on here? Aries. It's just taking me to the Divine Masculine energy. So let me just leave Aries there. Right, let's get on. That's what I've been up to this morning. Taurus. Gemini. Cancer. We're all sitting down quite quickly now. What good acts have you been playing? The sun. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay, you can have 2. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces. I was actually wondering whether or not you wanted to like chair the reading this month, because last month, it wasn't last month, we had weekly board meetings, Lucy. Okay. It was Taurus had swapped positions with Scorpio. I feel everyone's back in their rightful places this week. And Taurus, and because it was the Hierophant and the High Priestess, Pisces, you're going to chair the reading and you want to talk about being trapped in fear. Yeah, let's talk about that. We can talk about that, especially when it's the masculine's energy. Napoleon Hill has a really good list of the fears of man. Should we? I'm actually going to type that in, but I'd like to hear what Napoleon Hill has to say about it. Let's see what it comes up with. There's 7 basic fears. Okay. I have these wrote down, I believe. Let's read them. Fear can be both a blessing and a curse, depending upon how and when one yields to it or rejects it. The fear of failure can attract the causes of failure, and the fear of defeat is an open invitation for defeat. Fear is so powerful that it can do as much damage as its opposite, faith, can do good. As a matter of fact, fear is nothing but faith in reverse gear. There are 7 basic fears which hold many people in bondage throughout their lives. No great and enduring success can be achieved by anyone until he has mastered all 7. That happens, my little, it's a little heart. It's in the window. I don't know if you can pick it up. It's got little crystals in it. The colours of the chakra, all inside a heart, and it's tapping against the window. It's windy out there today. Made my eyes cry. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Okay. So there are 7 basic fears which hold many people in bondage throughout their lives. No great and enduring success can be achieved by anyone until he has mastered all 7. Number 1, the fear of poverty. This fear is harboured by people who allow their minds to dwell on the circumstances and things they do not want. All thoughts have the habit of attracting to one the things one thinks about. This explains why one must condition his mind with a success consciousness before he can attract success. The emotions of faith and fear have equal pulling power. One attracts failure and the other one attracts success, as surely as water runs downhill in response to the law of gravitation. Number 2, the fear of criticism. The fear of what they will say of one's ideas or plans keeps millions of people from using their initiative in bringing forth ideas that could make them rich. And fear of criticism causes some minds to close up like clams, thereby depriving individuals of priceless opportunities to improve themselves by discovery of their weaknesses, mistakes, and poor judgment. The successful person invites criticism because he knows that it may reveal to him some advantage he had overlooked or bring him some opportunity he had not expected. Fear of ill health. And this guy, he was so masked up that as I'm walking away from him, I said to him, get some fresh air. Take it off, buddy. Breathe in some of this beautiful air. And I went to him, don't be scared. And I just come home. But I left him with that. Because it's like, why is he wearing a mask just walking around? All the time I see him. Anyway. Fear of ill health. Doctors have a $64 word for this fear. It is hypochondria, imaginary illness. Here, the same as in connection with material things of a financial nature, the mind attracts that which it believes in, whether the belief is expressed through fear or by faith. Talking, thinking and believing one is sick will bring about the effects of illness, and strangely enough, the symptoms appear to be the same as those which accompany real illness. Number 4, fear of the loss of love. This is the fear which causes jealousy. Not infrequently, it leads to both temporary and permanent insanity. Whether it is justified or not, jealousy destroys homes, breaks up business and professional relationships, and leads to physical ailments on a scale scarcely equalled by any of the other fears. It has been said that women are more susceptible to the fear of jealousy than men are, due perhaps to their knowledge of the polygamous nature of the male. Number 5, fear of the loss of liberty. Every human being has a deeply seated and inborn desire for freedom, a gift perhaps by the Creator who gave man complete rights to use his mind power as a means of improving himself, with freedom to work out his own earthly destiny. This is the only one of the 7 basic fears which is founded upon circumstances over which the individual does not have the power of control. With the world in the state of chaos and frustration existing today, there is ample reason to justify one's fear of losing his liberty. Number 6, the fear of old age. Just why men and women should curtail their usefulness because of their fear of old age is difficult to define. For it's obvious that the Creator has so wisely provided man with everything he needs, with which to work out his earthly existence, that nothing can be taken away from him without something of equal or greater value becoming available to us to take its place. As one gives up his youth, its place is filled with wisdom, and history proves the man's greatest achievements taking place after he passes the half-century mark. Moreover, age is not accurately measured by the years one has lived. Maybe we're getting to the part we don't want to talk about, the 7th fear. I do apologise, my throat's gone all tickly. And history proves that man's greatest achievements take place, listen up, and history proves that man's greatest achievements take place after he passes the half-century mark. Moreover, age is not accurately measured by the years one has lived, but it is determined by the nature of the thinking he does and his reactions to his experiences. Okay, let's do this, the 7th fear. The fear of death. This is the grandfather of all of the 7 basic fears, and the most unnecessary of them all, because it is something which one has okay, let's reread this. This is the grandfather of all of the 7 basic fears, and the most unnecessary of them all, because it is something over which no one has enduring control. One man who mastered this fear explained how he did it this way. I believed, said he, that death brings one or the other of 2 conditions. Either it results in one long, eternal sleep, or it carries us to another world far superior to the one we leave behind, and neither of these possibilities is terrifying. Napoleon Hill. Wow. There you go. I don't know what you learnt from that. Right, okay, this sunshine's coming to get me. Let's come over this side. The cat was just under my chair. Should we have a look and see what's going on? Okay. Aries, let's have a look. Time for a celebration, and we're remembering what love truly is. The Divine Masculine's energy. Now, interesting enough, Taurus, you're very balanced, and you're in the Leo energy. Very balanced in, well, it's your masculine and your animal instinct at the moment, Taurus, that it seems that you're sitting. It's very masculine energy. There's a lot of power within that card. Okay. And it's focusing on the eyes. That's how my eye feels this morning. Like this kind of slit side. That's how it feels. It's, okay. Gemini, you're going through some obstacles and challenges regarding you communicating. Cancer, you're quite firm at the moment. I feel like Cancer's been working on their body. We'll come back to that. Strengthening their actual vessel, their body. It's something to do in the physical. I don't know whether they're mountain climbing. They're doing something. Okay. Leo, you're full of destiny. You're with Taurus then. Because you have all feminine energy. So Leo and Taurus are kind of somehow, they've been assigned something, Leo and Taurus. Virgo, love begins. You're coming together. Listen, I'm trying to work this reading out. My eyes are like kind of like, should we just sleep now? That's the death part, isn't it? Where do you want to go on to this place that's far more beautiful than here? But we can actually have that now, can't we? We can create that world, and it's kind of like, do you want to go to sleep then? Wake me when it's, wake me up before you go. It actually felt more like wake me up when it's kind of all over. Then, interesting enough, I'm coming to the shadow side now. So, with Libra, that will be the balancing out of the light and the dark in our world. So, it might be a little bit, not draining, but straining on the eyes as darkness meets the light. This could be people actually drawing on your energy as light workers at the moment. Okay, it really feels like everything has been slowly lifted, and so we're all coming out of like the dark, gonna have to come out into the light again. That's interesting. Just now that I've said that, we come over to Scorpio. What's he doing? I feel like this is how the darkness on our earth is being, that looks very strong. Has he got a wand in? Yes, it's not just a wand, it's a very large stick. Why do I want to call it a mace? Right, let's have a look. I don't know if that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a, okay, I've got one that's called up, it's called a major black mace ball. I'm just going to have a look. It's called a mace stick. Just to kind of show you a picture. It's a mace. Oh, the head's hurting. What's going on? There's a lot of power that's coming through. Standing your ground. Interesting story, what's going on? Sagittarius, you wanted 2 cards. You might be able to help Gemini. You're opposite Gemini, because they're having trouble with communicating. Obstacles. And you've got solitude with the throat chakra. And you're opposite Gemini, Sagittarius. What's going on? You have some knowledge that you can pass on to Gemini because you've been studying. So you might be called to help people to actually start to talk about the challenges, maybe what they've actually had, what they've overcome, how far they've come. I want to say maybe like what we've actually gained out of, being in solitude. In a way, it's kind of like unprogramming people again from what they've been programmed into over the last year. A new slate, a fresh start. Capricorn, the waiting game. Well, it's coming. We're getting closer and closer. Okay. to coming back out into the light. Wisdom, Aquarius. You've got the book. But this is really about helping people to actually come out and not be afraid to come out. Wonder what that means. I'm just taking it with actually our whole world coming back to life again. And then we have Pisces, trapped in fear. And Pisces is really like chairing the reading. That's what we really need to speak about, the fear that's out there and how we can be accommodating. But obviously be aware it might drain your energy. Oh, here's that wand. I didn't even really pay attention. The Libra energy is just taking me to divine justice, dealing with the shadow side now. That would make sense. We're dealing with the shadow side. Okay, so I believe that this is how we're collectively working together. Let me read the messages for each of the star signs. We're going to start with Pisces, with the Eight of Swords. So this is really what, as a collective, we're needing to talk about. This fear and people being trapped in it. This card reveals that it's actually your own fear that has you immobilised and trapped, preventing you from making decisions or choices. You are the one who's holding yourself prisoner or hostage. And in order to continue your journey, you must first face your fears so that new people and conditions can manifest. Many individuals choose to stay in this place because they can't see the road ahead. They feel a misguided sense of safety there, or they're afraid of starting something new. But staying will only add to your levels of stress and anxiety and create adverse effects in your physical body. I picked up that Cancer's working on their physical body. Okay. Seek out wise counsel for assistance. You don't have to do this alone, but know that you possess all the tools that you need to free yourself, and you're forgetting how strong you really are. This period will end when you use your mind to cut through the limitations caused by your emotions. I kind of knew that this was going to be discussed at some point because it would come through my mind yesterday about how it's, is it really that hard? That's the kind of question that was coming through. Is it really that hard just to be you, to naturally just be who you are? And all the limitations and the insecurities. Why do we not do really what we're wanting to do? And really because we're insecure. About what? And this is all about your stability. Being able to support yourself. If there isn't a support network, it's nice to have one, but that doesn't mean that you can't make it without one. Okay. So there's a trapped in fear card. Let's have a look at what's the Emperor energy. That's all that comes through when I come across the Aries energy. I just see the Emperor sitting on his throne. He's got a stress ball in his hand and his little wand. I don't know, I feel like the Emperor's grown very strong. He's facing his shadow side, but I feel this is more about actually stepping in. We are stepping into mission work right now. All the readings I've done over this past couple of weeks has really just been saying to people, you're stepping into mission work and kind of directing them down their path of passion. Okay, and helping them to maybe recognise them through the readings, which there's been a shift. It's not talking so much about your divine masculine, it's talking about what you're here to do and what your legacy is really. So we have rejoicing, celebration, and we have memories of love. I was taken to the green, a very loving heart energy, heartfelt energy, and it's being felt with Virgo. Love begins. This is a nice coming together here. So it's like Aries is working with Virgo. Let's have a look at these. Okay. So Aries, let's have a look at this. A time of merriment, celebration, birth, success and victory is at hand. You're doing what you love most and are pursuing your passion. When you follow your heart and intuition with zeal, there are no limits to what you can achieve. When the energy of excitement and love is present, you can feel it moving within you. Somehow love has a way of showing you that you're connected to something much larger than yourself. The number 3 symbolises unity in a time of rejoicing, gratitude and sharing, whether it's with family members, friends or even co-workers. This is the moment of fruition for all of your dedicated work. So pat yourself on the back and party and dance in celebration of your accomplishments. Well done, Divine Masculine. That really is like the Divine Masculines arrived to that point of mission. They know what it is to share their joy, their love, their happiness. That's a really good state for your Divine Masculine to be in. You can't begrudge your Divine Masculine for being happy. You need to be happy, Divine Feminines. Okay. Memories of love that the Divine Masculine has remembered. You may find yourself walking down memory lane at this time. This nostalgic card could indicate that an old friend or acquaintance from the past may step back into your life, or it could even resurrect loving images from days gone by. Does this person, these happy, forgotten moments, or those innocent childhood memories encourage you to recall and welcome the energy of love? Is there a message or lesson from these fond recollections that could benefit you in your present life? The number 6 card relates to support, dedication, unity and a need for balance in the areas of emotions and love. Your heart and soul are asking you not to dwell in the past, but use the inspiration and joy from that time to assist you in the here and now. So it's a very strong Divine Masculine energy that's being picked up here, remembering what love is. And I said it comes in really with the unconditional love here. I actually feel as if the masculine's ready kind of to come together, to face the light, to face the Divine Feminine from the shadows. Now Taurus, you've got the power. You got the power! Snap! So is Scorpio. Okay, so Taurus, you're very much in a very strong masculine energy as well, although this card does normally suggest that you're balanced in your feminine and masculine's energy, but you've got a wild side. Take a walk on the wild side. So you've got more of a masculine and then an animal instinct about you. Okay, very powerful. It's not a weak feminine energy. So Taurus, as a spiritual being, you have unlimited power at your command. This card represents inner strength, willpower, courage, compassion, generosity and love. So we can actually see the masculines and the feminines traits there. The Divine Masculine represents the inner strength, willpower, courage, and the Divine Feminine is compassion, generosity and love. I was really generous today as well. Okay, so I gave away something that I thought someone might like, and yeah. Anyway, at any moment, these beautiful qualities can assist you in coping with an adverse condition in front of you, or the many surrounding your life. Set aside the necessary time to resolve such issues. Power represents more than physical, external strength. It can also be channeled emotionally, mentally and spiritually. When you have balance over body, mind and soul, and with the power of spirit, anything can be overcome to achieve a positive result. Power and strength can be developed to work in harmony in any given situation. Every obstacle, every error helps build your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. When you make a mistake, it's a chance for you to stop, listen, and ask yourself, very windy. Ask yourself, it's very windy. What does that mean? Ask yourself, what am I supposed to be learning here? And how can I make this situation better? Mistakes are great wake-up calls in that they provide you with opportunities to discover your weaknesses, what needs to be changed, in which areas of your life need improving. Equally, they can be blessings in disguise. Just remember you are power. Okay. I feel like I want to jump across the table to Scorpio. It's like Scorpio wants to kind of, back Taurus up here. Because Scorpio has that wand, the Justice here. But it seems like it's backed by Taurus's power. Taurus doesn't need the wand. 7. Seeing as the strength card is number 8, let's go 7. Let's just take a little back step here, Scorpio. Okay. What do you want to say? The 7 of Wands. This card comes at a time when you're being tested and challenged. There may be fierce competition and potential rivals surrounding you in your personal or business life. And you need to take on some of Taurus's power. But know that you have the strength and inner courage to stand your ground, no matter how hard or formidable things may appear. So that's probably why you've actually got the animal spirit that's come through, the fierceness of that, of the lion. Don't surrender or give up the control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core life values and belief system, which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important to remain clear and focused, for you may have to stand alone and defend your convictions to the end. Maintain your health and stay strong so that you have an ample supply of energy to endure anything, as this could be a long and arduous, yet ultimately hard-won victory. Scorpio, you are strong. It looks like you're very strong, but you're needing like all the support you can summon up. Okay, everyone send their support to Scorpio. Okay, they got a big role in this. Well, they're the card of death, aren't they? Transformation. Okay, they've been through this many a times. So, but it's like in this case, they're taking on the world, like energetically. Okay, once Scorpio believes in their power of transformation, they're a big change agent. You've got to remember that Scorpio and Taurus, one, not only do they sit opposite each other in the zodiac, okay, it's a strong power couple. And it's the same with Leo and Aquarius. They sit on the corners of the world and the destiny card. Okay, they are the change agents. They have the tenacity, the courage, the strength, formidable strength. It's like once they've kind of dealt with the shadow side, which is their stubbornness and their ego, actually when they come together, big change agents. What do we have here? We have Leo is in destiny and Aquarius, who's in the Hierophant. So it seems like these guys, in their corners of the world, are actually more connected and directing. And it's Taurus and Scorpios doing the work on Earth. We'll get there though. Oh, we get there. It means we get a day off. We get a day off. We get our break where we just get to float around like. So when I was reading through those 7 fears, it was about like actually death. So you can either look at it as a long, beautiful, peaceful rest in time, or you can look at it as we're like going into something just so much more better than what we've ever experienced before. And that's what Taurus and Scorpio are actually grounding here. And I feel like Aquarius and Leo are just kind of like in the ethers, doing that work. So, all together now. Did you have anything more to say? No. Right, let's have a look. Gemini, you're having struggles with talking. That's the card of the Lovers. So that could suggest that the Lovers are actually divine masculine, divine feminine, the communication. Okay. But you can have some help from Sagittarius here. It's like you get to script it. You're scripting your own book. Okay. Let's have a look at this, Gemini. 5 of Wands. This card represents the obstacles, power struggles and challenges that you must face in order to overcome them. This could be a difficult period to get through, but it's not impossible if you open your mind and see the bigger picture of how something went wrong. Don't get caught up in it, just pause and stand back for clarity. Observe where adjustments are required or which decisions may need to be changed to enable you to move forward in a positive direction. Life really is all about learning. Don't play the victim. Take the knowledge you've gained from this experience so that you can apply it to similar situations in the future. This card often comes forth when competition is around you, whether it's in your personal or business life. This is an excellent time to think creatively and ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? Okay, now I did feel kind of because this is the Lovers, a Gemini, and I felt there was, don't begrudge your divine masculine for being happy. That's actually what you want, okay? And there's an order to this. He has to get happy first, guys. You're not going to be you are the reason, you are the cause, and he understands that. But it's not going to be, he's going to be happy once he's kind of sees you. He's happy before that. He comes happy. Little dwarf. He doesn't come grumpy, he comes happy. So, because I feel like there's a split here with the energy. It's like, how dare my divine masculine be happy? It's like, well, hang on. Guys, get with the program. He's coming in to support you because that's a masculine's role. And he wants to fulfill his role, but first he has to be able to support himself. Otherwise he would never be able to support another. Okay. So let's have a look at Cancer here, who's actually working on their body, and that's exactly what it is. They're getting grounded. They might feel as if there's a big mountain that they've got to climb, but they're going to do it, and they're getting stronger and stronger. It's definitely a strong masculine energy here. Firm foundations. Let's read what the 4 of Pentacles is. We've been seeing this card. The masculine who's balancing them 4 coins. Okay. The 4 of Pentacles. This card denotes that you have already or are currently working towards establishing a solid foundation in the material world. And seeing as Cancer is kind of like the card that suggests home, they like a home. Cancer is like home. They're happy at home. They want the home to be right. Okay. And that's really what it is, about starting up home. So this card denotes that you have already or are currently working towards establishing a solid foundation in the material world. Using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. The material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you respond to it. Interesting, the material power. So you have power to manifest. Remember to give back. Okay, I've just missed out a sentence which I think is important. Let's reread this. The material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity, for true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realise that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. I feel like I'm gripping this book like this. It's like the Four of Pentacles, where he's like holding on to it. You have to be charitable. Seek proper investment advice and realise that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow. Destiny. Virgo. I felt like you're working with Taurus. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're not at Virgo, are we? I've just done Cancer. This is Leo. Virgo, your love begins. You're part of the equation, I know that. You're working with the Divine Masculine's energy. Oh, you're working with both. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this. Leo. Good luck and fortune are now in your favour. A cycle of change, success and growth is imminent. Life ebbs and flows in its natural journey. And the Destiny card signifies that good karma has come full circle. Lady Luck is pointing directly at you. What you sowed, you're about to reap. Open up your heart and accept and receive what you've earned. Opportunities, whether expected or unexpected, are knocking at your door. This is a time to allow your problems to be replaced by solutions. Believe in destiny as you learn to let go of old issues. You're being given the chance to understand the lessons and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction, holding on to a strong belief that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance in all areas of your life is the key. This confident mindset will show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible. Been working on that, guys. I'm possible. See what it's done? Okay. With this card, take advantage of all opportunities. Act now, take responsibility for your actions, and enjoy the fact that destiny is presently in your favour. Don't always rely on luck, however, for the will most definitely return again. It's a Wheel of Fortune, and I've got to read the Wisdom card, the Hierophant. Okay. It says you're being given the chance to understand the lessons and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction. With the Hierophant, opposite Aquarius. So let's deal with these 4 fixed signs here. And they're very much fixed in their beliefs now. They're working together. It's a really nice balance. It's what's in between. Obstacles and challenges, firm foundation, solitude, the throat chakra, and the waiting game. Waiting for what? For us to deal with that and allow love to begin. How does that occur? When we deal with our shadow side, our fears. What are we really afraid of? And what can we do to actually face that fear? Because that's what's holding us back. It's quite fun to discover them. I'm afraid of that. I need to deal with that. Okay. So let me read the Hierophant here, Wisdom. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I feel like everyone's ready. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? Well, only light workers, I believe. This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You're also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organisation or group of like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred spirits help you live life to your highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes the teacher, so don't be surprised when others seek out and find you. This kind of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realise it or not. And we're all working together now. Well, it's all coming together. Okay, let's have a look at what's coming together, what's just about to begin, and that's love. Love isn't just about to begin, it's always been. Okay. Love begins. Let it begin. Lucy, the Ace of Cups. Where are the cups in here? Your cup is about to overflow with joy, happiness and positive feelings. This is the first of the emotions cards and therefore signifies that a new love opportunity beckons. It's a new love for our world to experience. This doesn't necessarily have to be physical love, but could also represent the passion and devotion for an idea, a goal, or even a new creative endeavour. This would be a perfect time to open yourself and your heart to the higher vibrations and loving energy of the universe. When past issues are resolved, when forgiveness for others as well as yourself has been attained, and when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then new roads leading you towards love will be revealed. Then there's spiritual union. You both have to be at this point, guys. So when past issues are resolved, when forgiveness for others as well as yourself has been attained, and when your heart is truly open and ready to receive, then new roads leading you towards love will be revealed. Right, let's deal with the shadow then. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. You ready? Let's have a look. 18. Wants me to stay on the light. No, we're going to the one before the shadow. Okay, this is sitting in the energy of justice here, balancing out those scales. Okay, the shadow and the light side. This card represents emotion, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now, when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you've avoided and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalises itself, and as it does, so do you. Interesting. Always know that life naturally revitalises itself, and as it does, so do you. The shadow card promises that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Recognise that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you'll discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored or pushed aside. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic sensitivity may be quite intense. Very much, especially on my eyes. Okay. Learn to open up to it, or if need be, to turn it down. Your body is one big psychic antenna, so just remember that you're in control of how high or low you want the reception to be. Mother Earth can assist you in this period of change, sensitivity and healing. Okay, I believe we'll end with a Mother Mary card. Scorpio, we've read your part. Okay. Then we have Sagittarius in solitude with the throat chakra. And this is coming a clean, it's a clean slate. But I felt like it was a clean break. Like detaching from the past, the darkness, seeing the light. Seeing the light within the dark? Okay. Because there's a breaking. Could be a breaking of the mould here. Let's have a look at this with that chess piece. It says stop. Your soul is calling out and needs to be honoured and heard. The answers you seek aren't necessarily found in the outer world. The time has come for you to step back and withdraw from outside commotion. The Solitude card is a reminder of how important it is to pause, still the mind, meditate, reflect, reevaluate, and discover the wisdom and answers within the very soul of your being. And when you become more aware of your soul and heart, you strengthen the link. Okay, I said the mould, and then I did kind of see chains. So it's like breaking the chains and then strengthening. It feels like you're strengthening them with gold. Ah, liquid love. Okay. When you become more aware of your soul and heart, you strengthen the link to the divine source. That was my ankle clicking. And you're able to once again remember your true perfection. Meet your soul halfway. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Meet your soul halfway and schedule some alone time to commune with your soul, and also to give the power of spirit the opportunity to reinvigorate you with life force and vitality. Conserve your energy and deal with one thing at a time as you follow the prompts from within. And when it comes to moments of quiet, inner solitude, it really isn't about quantity, it's about the quality that counts. The soul constantly draws to itself what it needs in order to learn and grow. For example, during this period, someone may step into your life, and by sharing his or her own experiences, you may receive helpful insight and wisdom into your own. The Hermit. But it feels like it's time to actually come out of that energy now and start speaking up, which again is another fear, it's a block. It's a limitation. An insecurity. You need to go within and ask yourself why. Does this make you feel insecure? Okay. The colour is light blue. The sound is ham. The elephant is sound. The elephant? Why would I say that? Ham. Because it took me to a pig. I don't know where the elephant come out. The colour is light blue. The sound is ham. The element is sound. The gland is thyroid, and the keywords is I speak. This chakra is, of course, located in the throat area. Communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of clairaudience, inner hearing, are associated with it. Many artists, speakers, writers, singers, and individuals involved in the creative arts will often have active throat chakras. To balance and stimulate this energy centre, try humming, chanting, or singing out loud. It's a great tonic. Most important, if you have something to say, please speak up. When this area is fully activated, don't be surprised if you suddenly become creatively inspired. And we need to be able to speak up and speak our truths as lightworkers, guys. I think you will understand that. But there is a waiting game here. The Two of Wands. And this is in Capricorn. This is whilst we deal with the fear. It's a devil energy. This card, this is like New Earth growing in here. Mother Earth, our new Mother Earth. Okay. And it's like taking, not only is it taken care by nature, like the divine, it's also taken care by us as light workers. So this card indicates that you've worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and you're now waiting for the results to come to fruition. I'm being tickled here. The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong, very strong. We've got Destiny and the Hierophant, Destiny and Wisdom, sitting with Aquarius and Leo. Okay, they're sending through the messages. So expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievements and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, and you're coming as I am, in the I am happiness. I am divine energy. So achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are. The changes happened before, guys. You have to accept that. The effort that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you need to show to the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. Wow. That's it. We've read about the trapped in fear. Okay, well, I'm going to get a Mother Mary card. So it looks like this week we're focusing on dealing with our fears and actually asking ourselves, why do we have that fear? And is that fear limiting us? And then we face it head on. It's like you're going to keep looking for your own fears until there's none that exist. And you've got Our Lady of the Rose Crown. The Rose Crown. This fearlessness is your power. I'm just being tickled by my own hair. You just you just move. That's it, I think. Okay, let's read this message. You are my child and a royal divine being. I protect your spiritual deepening now as you descend further into the living divine heart and know all to be love. As the mysteries reveal themselves to you now, divine rapture awaits you. I shall keep you grounded and authentic, productive in the world that needs your light, even as I guide you into ecstatic communion with your holy nature. No matter where we think we are on our spiritual path, there is always somewhere and something deeper to experience. Our Lady of the Rose Crown appears when you are about to enter into another level of spiritual experience. This new level will be appropriate and healing for you, taking you naturally along in your spiritual progress. What might be suitable for another is unlikely to be exactly right for you. Our Lady watches over you with all-knowing tenderness and fierce protection. Only what you need will come to you. You have been preparing for this time, quite possibly without realising it consciously. It can take years of preparation to be ready for the next level of spiritual awakening. In order to be prepared, we might have to be challenged in a relationship that really stretches or breaks our heart. In that situation, we are learning to love more unconditionally, to either let the relationship go or stay with it, depending on what is right for us. We might experience weeks, months, and even years of not really knowing with any certainty if we are on the right path or living the life we are supposed to be living. In that continued crisis, we are learning how to remain present, to remain open, and to learn to trust even in the absence of clarity. Or perhaps everything in our life seems to be upside down, a loved one is struggling, or our own inability to resolve an issue that has troubled us deeply for some time and is causing us to feel almost unbearable anguish. No matter what the crisis or challenge, the way that we learn to respond and grow through it provided us with the development that we needed to be able to sustain the next level of divine experience. Love is the most powerful force in our universe. It is in everything and reveals itself in unlimited ways. To encounter this love, to be open to it, ready to receive it and be changed, illuminated, irradiated by it, takes tremendous preparation. Spiritual growth and the presence of the Divine Mother is very real and extremely powerful. It is in some ways like the energy of the sun. It can give life, but equally it can be destructive if we do not acknowledge and manage the effect of its power upon us, for good or ill. What is loving and uplifting at one phase of our journey will not necessarily be enough to lift us into the next phase of our journey. For this next phase, perhaps we need more challenge or more loving presence to leave behind what we thought we knew and how we thought we needed to live in order to allow more of the divine to live through us into the world. Our Lady of the Rose Crown comes to tell you that you have been in preparation and now the time is fast approaching or is already upon you, and whereby you are open into more divine realisation. This is a sacred and precious gift and is happening in perfect accordance with your own spiritual growth. She asks you drop preconceived conceptions of how this will manifest and simply be present to what is happening within you and your life now. No matter what you may initially think, what you are being shown right now is more of the divine in its mysterious, creative, funny, and unfathomable genius. Whether you can make sense of it or not, your heart and soul will be fed by it, strengthened and empowered to more fully live your divine light and discover who you truly are, a magnificent royal child of the Divine Father and the Divine Mother. If you have been wondering about your spiritual growth or noticing that you judge others less and are able to hold compassion more easily, this oracle comes as a confirmation that yes, you have gone through a spiritual growth spurt, and also more is to come. If you have been feeling as though you have been tested spiritually with a reoccurring issue, this oracle comes with the guarantee of divine success and congratulations, as you are passing your spiritual test, and the Mother is in celebration with you, so you shall feel that and join her tonight. And the Divine Masculines, they're celebrating. They've remembered what love is, and the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminines are celebrating with you. Aren't you, Divine Feminines? I am. Beautiful board meeting, if you can make sense of it. I did. We're going to finish here. I'll tell you what, let's get an affirmator. We leave with an affirmator for everybody. See how we leave the meeting. We should start with Aries. Aries, you have rejoicing, celebration and memories of love. Get centred. This is like the Divine Masculine energy here, saying get centred. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my centre. In my centre, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favourite animal, elephant by chance, holding a magical item, like this magical mace, stick, wand. Sorry, it's not a stick, it's a wand. Got your magic wand. Floating through space on a... Come on. Give me something. There's some kind of ball It's like it's a fur ball. Oh, maybe with the spirit animal. Because I can see the ball here, number 8. Oh, it's on the ball! Taurus. Okay. Right then. Did you get that? I got distracted by Scorpio. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my centre. In my centre, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favourite animal, holding a magical item, floating through space on a piece of furniture. Okay. Taurus, you got the power, we can see that. Let's have an affirmator. Friendliness, most definitely. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. And what a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I take joy in improving life simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. I told you I've been generous today. Friendliness. Okay. Gemini. Obstacles and challenges. Inspiration. You're getting there. And especially when it comes to like actually being able to speak, because this is a block in your throat chakra. You can see, and then underneath you can see a Sagittarius, yeah, with a clean slate, scripting. It's about scripting. It says, there is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James L. Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. It's tackling one of your fears. Communication issues. Okay. Cancer, you're working actually on like the physical body, things in the physical. I felt like maybe you could be setting up home, building strong foundations. Okay. Impermanence. So, well, I felt like maybe it's a bit of a mountain that you're climbing here. But you have the strength. It says life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. And as I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. I actually feel like the comfort of home here. So you're... actually, it's very much about you feeling at home within yourself. Then everything else seems to fall into place. Leo, destiny. You are my destiny. You are my one and only. You've got ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my foolish. Who's foolish? I actually felt that was a bit of the Fool energy, the cliff. I was taken to the cliff. I thought that Fool's going to take that leap of faith. Leap of faith or a leap in fear. Because you're so bloody scared anyway. No one wants to be really looked at as being like a coward, do they? Not really. It's not a good look. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment, like attracts like. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, Smooth Jazz and Talk Radio. Okay, Virgo, love begins. Magic, and just like magic. I feel like just as you focus on the now, just things magically transform themselves. That really comes into the way that you actually look at yourself. So once you start to change the way that you look at things in yourself, then they actually start to change, like magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, like the wind's making me cry, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their mere days with they can fill their mere days. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I fill mine with holy crap. It's unbelievable. Okay, love begins. Let's get through this. I'm getting a bit tired now. It's 1 o'clock on the dot. Okay, shadow side. Okay, I'll take them. Because there was 2 and it's like, I don't want to. Yeah, but Lucy, they're the shadow. You've got worthiness on one side and then we've got wonder on the other. So the dark side is about your worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. So that's good. Not focusing on any guilt trips. And then the light side here, where you've got your 3D glasses on. I could do with some glasses, a bit bright. Not sure what's going on out there. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theatre. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. Those coincidences. And when something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. So finding the humour now. Good. It's good. Scorpio, let's have a card. You have courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Interesting. Okay, you can do it. All the courage and strength's being sent towards Scorpio. Scorpio, you need to face this fear. Okay. Then we have Sagittarius, and there's a fear here with actually being able to open up and speak. So it's about clearing communication issues up. Okay, so there's issues regarding most definitely the communication here, the throat chakra. Beauty. Okay, need to do some affirmations. It's I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. You need to have a really good look at yourself. Start doing some nurturing self-talk to yourself. That's for Gemini and Sagittarius. Then you won't feel the need to hide yourself away. There's a fear of actually not being good enough here, not being beautiful enough. Beauty shines from within. Okay. The waiting game. So I feel like we're waiting now for all this fear to be looked at. What are you afraid of? Engagement. Today, I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Clicky ankle again. Wisdom. The wisdom to know that it's time that you start to engage in conversation with others. Not to feed the fear, but to feed their faith. Okay. Wisdom, it's divine time, because it really is time to start doing this, guys. If you're not doing it, if you're not going out there going the extra mile, just doing the act of kindness for no other reason, just because it feels good for the soul. And it's not even about going and telling people. I'm telling you as an example of, I actually started by saying it's been quite a interesting day. So, Step into your role. Everything is timing and timing is everything. Gladly I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. Do you know how long it's taken for both counterparts to be in the same energy frequency? And you will feel it. And you will know. And then believe that. And it's all part of the process. It's like, because it's been so long, you've just become really quite complacent with actually the faith in it's still occurring. Do you remember what for? For when we come out of this. We come out of this when we're ready as light workers. So we've got all the four corners of the earth working on this. 2 on earth, 2 above. 2 dealing with the heaven side, and then there's 2 dealing with the earth, bringing that down to earth. Trapped in fear? Let's have a final affirmator to help us with this. Letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let go because I have enough heavy things to carry around, and also grudges aren't a good look. And I said, neither's like being a coward. Being known as a coward's not a good look, is it? No. Letting go. Whoop! Dump it all. Got your backpack? Bottom of the deck, for the collective. Sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip, or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath, or a normal size trip to a tiny bubble bath, or maybe you tripped and fell into someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favourite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. Well, someone's off somewhere, aren't they, for a bath? A trip to a bath. I'm off. I'm quite distracted at the end now. Guys, there was your board meeting. I hope it helps you. I think the beginning part, where we had a look at the 7 basic fears, was very interesting. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and rest my eyes. How long? 1 hour, 17 minutes, 56 seconds. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.